So I was looking at the various strategies of organization design. And then, of course, you have your own theory, the microstructure of organizations. Can you tell us a bit about that? And how does that change the look that we put on organizations? What are the lenses that we'll use?
So I think there are 4 central ideas in this microstructuring approach. The first is that we should broaden our definition of organizations beyond just large systems.
Mm-hmm.
Any system with multiple people who have a common objective is an organization. So even a team is an organization. So is a department, so is a division. And the reason I make that general point is that it makes very salient the idea that organization design is not just the CEO's problem. Right? It is a problem in some sense for anybody who is leading a group of people with an objective.
Mm-hmm.
Second, if you define an organization that way, you can also point out that all organizations, regardless of their scale and scope, have to solve a few universal problems. So these are problems of division of labor and integration of effort. So we can look at even a complex system like a multi-divisional company and understand it in terms of these problems. And we can do the same when we look at a team of 5 people.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the power of universality. Third, the tools of design and redesign are not restricted to structure. So structure is an important part of redesign, but equally important is sorting, which is who do you admit into the system and who do you let go?
Mm-hmm.
And also sense making, how people interact within the system to form their own culture, their own vision, their own shared understanding. So not just structure, but also sorting and sense making. And last but not the least, it's also very important to realize that there are a few recurrent patterns of interaction. So for instance, think about a supervisor and some subordinates.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a triangular structure which we see at various places in an organization. We see them on the shop floor, we see them in the boardroom, we even see them, if you like, in a joint venture between 2 companies. So these recurring patterns are what I call microstructures. So these 4 ideas are really at the heart of my way of thinking about organization design, which is there are some universal problems. The solutions are not limited to structure, nor are the varieties of problems infinite. There are a few recurring patterns.
Mm-hmm.
So if you understand the recurring patterns, then we're in